Well, that is a lot of damage. And who says that the greed doesn't kill? Oh, that was perfect, man. I dreamed about this leaf art for years. I would love to have Zack, but you know, it's a little bit too early. Like, the stat-wise, the creature is not crazy. So you want to probably go a little bit slower sometimes. We mostly play humans, so that's what we will do. Alright. We want to saddle it, that's for sure. So I think we play this into Zack, into colorless mana. Because this way we can already draw cards, which is super good. Like, this is massive, man. And we want to push more damage. So we draw a card, we deal solid damage for free, and if they block, we can even save the creature and then get the Zack back with Viggo that we just drew. Man, this is going perfect so far. Yeah, I think we will. This is such a good deal. Basically, we mitigate the whole turn they had, and this doesn't matter so far. So they need to basically regain the board. And Viggo will hit very, very hard. And we also have removal. So we don't have too much gas, but so far we are going like full speed, man. Even without either drift. Alright. Oh, this is a card I wanted to use this card since forever, by the way. Okay, I think we swing. If we want to go Viggo, then we can saddle, which is so good. This is a creature deck. I think we have more time. They don't play sweepers. So we will play this, by the way, human, by the way, uncounterable. And there's nothing they can do. Okay, so they're killing Bronco. Okay, so they're preventing this part of the game plan, but we're still getting 2 creatures. And that was their whole turn. Now we can play this. Let's go for Ores of Mana, just to be on the safe side. And we can Aether, make a cat. Oh, now we can attack, that's cool. We can flip or oh man, this is incredible. Man, I love this deck. Look at this. Cecil will flip right now. We have a 4/4 lifelinker. It gives indestructible to every creature. However, it also cannot die because Zack gives indestructible to Cecil. And Viggo can take back Zack. That is one of the best hits for this card. Because it can protect every 3-drop. Okay, this is terrifying. But it's slow and we will kill it. So they won't scale enough. But honestly, very, very strong play. Stronger than I expected. But that's nothing for us. And man, we can attack with Cecil on the next turn, and if they block anything, I mean, we can just protect it and make it a 5/5. Okay, so this is important. First, I think we go for Shoot the Sheriff. Unfortunately, we won't go for the Greed, probably. We have to kill the dragon, right? We can always do this on the next turn, so it's cooler play, but it's better to go like this, because they cannot recover from losing 4-drop. I mean, this is okay start. It's not amazing. On the draw with no removal is terrifying, even if you are playing a creature deck. However, hopefully, we can not mess the Lantern turn 1, thank you, and survive somehow. We got the removal, so that's a nice one. You have those saboteurs, crew, or saddle, or station, whatever, it's all the same. Bronco so perfectly. Is that Boros aggro? It should be. Alright, they're going for the mouse. Oh, this is a very scary card. Not gonna lie, this is the card that you don't like seeing. It can probably kill us on the next turn, which is great. So what can we do? They will get double strike, so we cannot really block. Also with Saboteur. We can kill it, but that costs us full turn, which is not great. Let's kill it and waste full turn, which is not great. I don't think you can let them untap with this. Like the whole... I played with the mouse version before bans, and I remember when you played this and passed the turn, that's like one of the, you know, slowest turns you will ever get. Like if this survives, you go crazy mode, you know? So I don't think we can allow this. Surrak is really good here. But I think we go Bronco. Bronco is amazing because it can start, you know, dealing some damage. And 1-drop just to accompany it. So already they used some removal. They probably don't have more than 1 or 2 more. Alright, that's fine, we can keep trading. We kinda want to keep Surrak because card is very, very strong. Alright, so I think what we will do here, drop Surrak, we can use it to crew the mascot. If they target something, of course, it's bad for them, because we are drawing a card. And we get a 2-2, which is really nice. And maybe it will grow in the future. It will be the goodest of boys. Our opponent did 24 randomly through all those helixes, so we are not in a great spot yet. But after this turn, if they didn't play anything, that might be massive. So I think this is where we start to shine, especially that we have trajectory. So when we put those double counters, oh boy, the creature dies 100%. So now they are down to 3 cards. Let's saddle. And as you can see, the damage ramps incredibly quickly. I mean, they cannot really trade here. It's only a 2-2. And the mascot is already a 3-3. I mean, nothing to scoff at. We need to pay them. Oh, the saddle. I was like, man, this ability should be for like 2 mana. Why is it highlighted? Yes, because it has 2 abilities. Alright, guys. Okay, a haste to their mousy stuff. And they're out. And that's too much to burn even. So even if they got like a burn spells, we would just draw enough cards to outvalue them. So this wouldn't work. Alright, guys, we are going for the human. Because we have some of those. And Zack is preparing to die. This is probably one of your favorite creatures to remove for the greed. We're definitely doing a lot of flans. Let's go for Saboteur. Man, if we can hit one more time with Zack, that would be perfect. And they will never block or remove this card, because they will focus on Saboteur probably. Unless they really don't like the word. So I think we should be in a nice spot, man. Okay, this is perfection. This is so good. However, we need black, white. Okay, we can play. So we swing, and this is incredible. I always dreamed of using this card exactly like this. This card is, man, it has potential. Like, look at this. You drew basically what? Okay, you get 1 card positive and you deal 3 damage. So it's like a lightning bolt into face, and it also helps you a little bit. Of course, it sets you behind on tempo, but the value is there, and that means 1-drops suddenly become terrifying. So do we want 4 mana? We could go Saboteur Bronco. Seems this. Let's go. What mana we need? Probably a lot of black. Let's go white, because we might need it for double spell. Saboteur into Bronco, because we can saddle it. Both creatures kinda terrifying for our opponent, so they will need to react to probably both of them. And we can maybe even use map. Map tokens are so good at baiting response, because, you know, your opponent is getting a free stuff, and it's like, okay, you are not getting, you know, the map trigger on top of damage, I'm removing it. And then you can make the other play that you actually wanted to use. Tapland here is kind of very strong, but they decided to not pay the life. So that's interesting. Oh, see? This hurts them so much. Oh man, our opponent is in full emergency mode. Let's go for this. I wanted to go for the greed, but I think we'll try to hit. Like, we know that our opponent, cannot interact, which means that all we need to do is hit a non-land. Hit a non-land in 20 or 21 lander. It shouldn't be hard, right? Right. Alright, we got this one. I don't see creatures, we don't take it. Now we can saddle, and that means we can draw a card and deal more damage. That was 4 damage. It's basically a 4-2 that draws cards. And as you can see, we are starting to outvalue our opponent in cards. And they are playing control, by the way. And now, even if they sweep, we are absolutely mighty fine. I think it's Surrak into Bronco. Basically, you want to make sure that every time they sweep, well, you remake the board, so they need to sweep again. And now we can play at upland. Very nice. If they target something, I mean, now they need a second sweeper. If they don't have it, they're incredibly behind. And now with this, every creature that hits, even one drop, is like devastating. However, if they play Day of Judgment here, they might be recovering, because then they just need the removal for Space Dragon, which of course is the dragon. Look at this dragoonish face. And then if we whiff and get some lands, maybe they can come back to this game. But if they had Sweeper, they would already play it, right? It's so good here. So I hope they don't. I think they probably have some stock ups and Marangs, and they are trying to use them, but they don't know if they can. 6 mana. Monument. This will be slow, so this is not relevant. Still they have mana for Day of Judgment. Okay, not anymore. Now it's only split up. Alright? I think that's pretty decent. Zack, go my minion. Do we want to do stuff? No. All we care about is this. Because then we can go for the greed, and that's already a lethal. To be absolutely honest, we know that they have no stuff, so I will put the counter here. It makes it double lethal. So even if they survive, we would get 3 more damage with this. Man, we will curve like an absolute champ. What happens next, I have no idea, but on those turns, it will be amazing. And I think we go for 1 drop. Having this recruit is so important to just push, 4 extra damage or something like this, and we can get it back later. If we had Cecil, of course, we would play a little bit differently. So now we go Saboteur, and we keep swinging face. So now if they target Saboteur, we get a counter, and they need to discard the card. So that's really bad deal. Alright, so our opponent is trying to win on turn 4. The classic, but I don't think they will be able to. We don't need too much white mana. So if we attack, they will block the recruit probably, which is kind of okay for us. Then we play Viggo and we get it back. Let's go, let's go. And the counter doesn't matter because they trade 1 for 1, right? It's interesting. They are thinking about blocking on the next turn. Which might give them more value, but it's also more risky. Well, and this is how we punish it. This is brutal. Oh man, oh, and our opponent is like, oh no, you had this all schemed. And we are like, yes, yes we did. Saboteur pushes the most damage, but we are still getting an extra counter on Recruit, I guess. And they still need to discard. Discarding for this deck isn't painful. Like, to be absolutely fair, this is what they want to do. So this one is good for our opponent. We don't really have a use for all of this mana, right? I should pay. I should pay because we will flip faster. That was an interesting interaction because our life total doesn't really matter. When we die instantly, and there's nothing we can do about it. So we might as well take maximum damage to get maximum stats as fast as possible. Like, this is of course lethal on the next turn, but I don't believe that they don't have turn 4 win game combo. So yeah. Alright. Oh, this is interesting. They have 4 mana. All of this can be untapped. That means they don't have Cavern. Alright, they are going for Esper Origins. Man, this will be so close. We can deal 8 damage, but now they are up to 10. That gives them extra turn. Oh man, so they are lacking Cavern, and when they draw it, they win. Do we go with Tragic Trajectory? We can kill our own creature, so we can trigger it at any point. I think we will. Let's go. They will mitigate probably 3 damage from Viggo. I think it's worth it. We cannot kill them on this turn, so we might as well go for the next turn. Is Cavern in the graveyard? No. Super important because they are going for Chapter 3, and they can take any card from the graveyard. So this is very important. Let's take some damage. We go for Saboteur. And I mean... Cheers! Let's see who wins. It will depend if our opponent has the card or they don't have the card. Cavaro, I believe, wins the game instantly. And non-Cavaro, I think, loses instantly. And they're good at magic. Ah, well, you know, it was very close, but now we instantly lose the game. Oh, the combo decks of Standard. Our opponent is flaming us. Alright, we can have some banter. Well, bro, I want to point out this can be your turn 4 in Standard. It's like 30, around 45 of stats with probably like 45 damage in the face instantly. So that seems like a pretty strong play. And you know what? Let's give our opponent some hits. You know, we have some opponents that let us make a cool lethal, so I think this guy deserves to see all the triggers. And I know everyone likes triggers. Yep, a lot of numbers. Man, this is crazy. All of this is done by a 4-drop. Here you go. That's a lot of power for turn 4. It's turn 5 technically, but they can do the same thing on turn 4, kinda. They will just have less cards. Oh, we are also losing the Saboteur, it seems. Alright. Let's enjoy the fireworks. Alright, that was still kinda fun. Alright guys, one lander, nothing special, we will just draw more, don't you worry. And I took it because I can actually play 3 turns with this land, and we are on the draw, so we will probably draw something. And Cecil is surprisingly good at, you know, just literally holding the whole board hostage for a single point of mana. So, and you know, I think that we can try to win with this. But let's see what our opponent will be having. We'll have card advantage probably for a while. Alright, some Mendicant Core Guidelight. Alright, and the start is definitely interesting. Let's go. They will take the damage, of course. We'll lose some life, but I mean we're still playing Creature Return. This one, we'll have a lot of creatures. Is that a synthesizer deck? I'm not super sure. We definitely don't block. Mascot can be kinda good. See? Absolutely easy. We survived. Somehow. Alright, so what do we go for? We probably want to block on one turn. Which means we probably go Saboteur just to push some damage. We can saddle our good boy. That was sus. Are you having into the Flood Maw, bro? Is that what you are doing? Let's swing with this guy. We don't want to lose more life, and we also want the Death Toucher. Especially that Mascot can start removing artifacts at some point. So, you know, if they drop Synthesizer, I believe we can do the thing. Our opponent is terrified of the good boy, as they should. See, it started rough for us, and that's how easy it was. Our board is just superior. Man, starting towns are so good, man. It fixes your mana like a champ, especially when your deck is basically only 1, 2, and 3 drops. It kinda covers your whole deck. Authority. Okay, this will be interesting. We have another fast land. Good that we didn't play the Shrine. Man, I kinda want to hit the Bronco. But Saboteur is better. It also forces removal a little bit. So of course they will get a lot of life gain from this authority, something we need to keep in mind. And it seems to be a control deck, so they will probably play some sweepers and removal. But with Saboteur we can try to go for card advantage, especially with the Greed. Okay, and we get the man. We are doing stuff here. And they're going for yeah, this is the type of deck I would be making. Love it, love it. I think we go for the Greed, man. No, we go for this. Are doing, man, this is tempting. We could get 2 creatures, but if they sweep, that's bad. You know what? Let's go for it. I think refilling for the future is so good. We get rid of this. And we won't burst them because they have so many answers. I think we need to go into like outvaluing mode. Especially with authority, it just won't be fast enough. What do you do? Power, toughness, number of colors, exalt cards. Alright. It's not an outlaw, so we can just kill it. So this feels like some kind of blink deck, maybe? 4 mana. I think we go for the dragon. You know, the space dragon. The famous one. We could also go for like double recruit and map. Which is okay, this is probably a bit more safe. And we also can use the map token a little bit. We basically with authority need to push overwhelming damage. We cannot just go for, you know, the easy out of trying to burst our opponent. We need to actually outvalue them. This is probably too weak. I think we have better hits than this. So this is already 4 damage with trample. I put it here so it can trade against the prince. And they're down to 1 card. As you can see, we are outvaluing them as an aggro deck. I wonder how they draw cards. I'm instinctively thinking about the tome, but I'm not sure if they go for it. And I believe we can just kill it very easily, so this shouldn't be a problem. Okay, they're going for the hit. Yeah, this should be... I literally got rid of it a moment ago. So... I think we can go for this and pump everything. That should be good, right? Yeah, let's go, especially that we have 2. And this cannot deal enough damage to kill us, I feel. Not quickly. So with this we can already start trading. They can double block and kill everything. But that will leave them at 1 card. Is that the right block? Oh, they... What? If they blocked the opposite, they would kill this one. Oh my god, the last card is pretty decent. Okay, I didn't expect Ugin out of nowhere. Okay, this is kinda massive. Let's go for the big guy, I guess. So we have 1 rabbit that cannot be easily killed. Okay, this is more than I expected, guys. This will solve literally every problem. Card advantage, life gain, and now they can go full control mode, so this is incredibly good for our opponent. However, if we hit right, man, we can kill Ugin. This is everything we need. I will pay all the life. Let's go for green, maybe. Or we can just go for this. Let's see the priority. Super important. There's nothing. Which means we can go for this. Let's see if we would hit. Okay, we would. Removal. I mean, whatever, they play creatures. Oh, I should have played, I forgot that we have this, but it's fine. And let's get rid of Ugin, the only card that matters. Okay, we solved a really big problem. And now I will play Cecil with a feeling of guilt that I missed all of the counters, and I will inevitably get a comment about it. To be fair, it will be fair. So let's see. I hope they cannot get another Ugin, but even if they can, we probably can outrace them at this point. Probably. This is nice, but it doesn't dish enough damage. Yeah, like, I think this is it. I think they cannot beat this. Another powerful Planeswalker. Man, our opponent is going hard with this. But I believe with all the counters on the dragon, we will just out-trample them at this point. 2 removal spells, pretty nice. I mean, we swing. And then we decide what to do. I guess we can play Surrak first. No, we go Bronco. Just for the counters. I'm not really counting everything because I think we overkill by a lot. And this is the only one that they want to actually block. Yeah, let's go like this. Okay, so they decided to basically lose the whole board and we can kill the rest. That's fine, that's fine. And we also get this flipped. And we keep this one for the cottage in the worst case. And we have on ground a huge lifelinker. It is a 1-drop, so Elspeth cannot kill it. And I think they will explode here. Well, apparently, right now we are playing against strangers on the internet. I mean, that kinda tracks, right? So let's see what our opponent is doing. Obviously, it seems to be a Kona deck. Moment you see station or anything that taps a creature, you know you are probably for this. However, this so far, yeah, it's synthesizer deck. You play those in this type of decks. So what is the second play? Obviously Bronco. Let's go Bronco. And we'll go for the offspring. Honestly, pretty decent so far. Because we can go double creature on the next turn into Space Dragon. That pumps everything. I'm not sure if they drop Synthesizer, if we'll be fast enough. They also have the cage. Here we go. But honestly, this is not as bad as it could be. The problem is that they are doing cards. Like, this relic actually makes such a big difference. We need green for this turn, so let's go. Oh, but we don't have second green. Oh, that will be bad. Maybe we can draw some cards with this. So this will be a little bit sketchy. Obviously, if you play against turn 3 sweeper, oh my god, the dream. Doubleson! Outplayed. 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 I think this is the best opening I have seen for synthesizer deck. Well, this is a weird one, but I feel inclined to take it, especially that we're on the play. So Bronco maybe will survive, maybe we can draw some cards. If not, we'll try to defend for a while. They cannot counter it. Let's see if that's black. It should be black here. Here, it's a future swamp here. Or water grave, which is also a swamp. It's even better than swamp. Alright, so now we probably play starting town into this. They cannot counter. Oh my god. What? I never expected this will go through. Like, I didn't count on this. But I will take it very, very gladly. So that was 4 damage already. And now whenever they target something, we draw cards. Man, this was a good turn for us. I think with this, we got a massive lead. Oh, if they play stuff like this, is this like Ranak, the Crime Omniscience or something? They don't have red, so... Oh, it's just an Reanimator as always. Alright, so how do we do it? I think we need this. This will be our colorless. We remove the Scholar. I want to deal most damage, but we cannot. So I think instead we just go for this. We take some damage. Ooh, this is nice. I think this is... Okay, this is good. This is good. We are just going for pain on green mana. Because this will push the remaining damage. Obviously, we would love to draw it before attacking, so we can saddle. But it's good enough. It's good enough. Right now, they have Bringer. But not too many creatures outside of it, and that means they're dead because the greed will kill them. Oh, that sounded way better than I thought. So swing, and the greed will get you. I could go for it, but I just want to kill them with greed. Trample says hello, and who says that the greed doesn't kill? Oh, that was perfect, man. I dreamed about this leaf art for years. Alright guys, so today I wanted to show you something interesting, something fresh, because I got a lot of comments on Kona video that you don't want to see Kona Omniscience deck. Alright, we have something cool today, and Viggo is definitely a card that deserves a little bit more attention. Getting 2 cards for 3 mana and 1-drops right now are insane. Like, Cecil is a full-fledged card, basically. It can trade against everything. Like, this is a lot, not even talking about transformation. But before we go into excitement over the deck and all the interactions, our absolute legend for today is, of course, Papa Ponton. Man, this name always gets me. And I really hope you enjoyed, my friend. Thank you for your support and also for always being so positive. Always enjoy the discussions. And yeah, this one is for you. Thank you. And what we need to talk about, I think the first thing is this Treacherous Greed, card that you don't need to play in this deck. It is a little bit of a fluff, but this is the card I always wanted to use. It was in different decks probably like 5 times, and I always removed it because it didn't really make sense there. So you can just switch it to any other 3-drop or, you know, like 2 drops, it's fine. But the reason I decided to play it here is because sometimes you like this burst damage, and you have big creatures like those and Saboteur, and the small creatures. We have a lot of 1-drops, and most of the time your opponent will block one of those because they are very terrifying, and one of them will hit face, and then you can sacrifice it, get the greed, get all the value, damage, life gain, and then you play Viggo, get it back, and your opponent is like, come on, bro, you are not even red and you are still hitting my face with burn spells. So that was the idea, and I think it worked pretty decently, but you don't need to, you know, use it. If you have different creatures, you can just pack the deck with creatures. And yeah, honestly, Zack is probably the best target for Viggo, and this is the reason why I decided to splash white. As you can see, we don't have too many white cards, but they are very, very strong, especially Zack, but also Basri. You can get this into Basri, this can create a token, and suddenly from one card you have 3 different creatures, and this probably forces a sweeper, especially if you have something like Recruit or Surrak. So spot removal gives you so much value with counters that every 1-drop suddenly can be very meaningful. And Zack also transfers the counters, so you can sometimes make a nice combat trick, or just save one of your big creatures so they stay on the board for future. So yeah, I like this combination. I hope you enjoyed this deck. Thank you to all the patrons that are supporting the channel so we can make content every single day and test cards that maybe deserve more attention. And yeah, that's kinda it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and see you tomorrow.